Hello and welcome to the Cat Collective. I'm Nina, I'm the channel for this channel, and today's reading is for Capricorn because something really strange happened. Something really strange, and it's so strange. Okay, so what I usually do, or what I do, is I do read, I do not want to know the zodiac signs I'm reading for, right? And therefore I've created this deck, right? To draw a card. But the problem is when the last card is about to arrive, right? Then I have one card left that I know then, right? I know which reading it will be. So what I do is I put them on the desk like this, and as you can see, this annoys me a bit, there are some smudges. And, well, so what I do is I put them on a desk like this, and I know one pile is for the, that I haven't used, and the other one is like so, right? But somehow the Capricorn card ended up in the one pile, and there was just one card left, so I thought, okay, Aquarius again would be a reading that I need to make with knowing which zodiac sign it is for. And then I looked at the playlists and discovered that one reading was missing for Capricorn by the numbers. I'm like, how? And in the Aquarius reading, I was saying, yeah, look, I've got a wee secret, and this is this one. This is my new deck for this. Because with this, I always have the feeling that something was wrong with this. There was always something, either I didn't like that those cards that they have smudges on it, so I could technically make out, which card is which, maybe, if I paid attention to it. So I really felt like there was some sort of false thing going on with this. So what I did is I made a new deck. I professionally designed a deck for myself, right? And printed it, right? Professionally, right? So there's no point of that. I cannot see which is which with this one. And also, let's see, I'm gonna pull your card only. Yeah. So, my art, right? Yeah, so very nice, but I feel totally weirded out because of the Aquarius reading. Because it was actually a part of this message that I felt like there was something, I felt weird because the last 3 or 2 readings before that were all readings which I had to make for Aquarius. And now I'm again consciously reading for Capricorn. Hasn't this come up before as well? And I'm like, what is going on? What is going on? I feel a bit weirded out. So maybe that's also part. For me, this is the whole blah blah about this is a part of your message. Let's see. Persistence. Protecting love. Communication. And the Raven. Bravery, okay. Okay, so it really feels like somehow you need to okay. Both of them came out. Okay. It really wants to look at that you need to be with something you want to achieve, or you need to be more persistent with your approach to something. This is this typical giving up too early thing. When you are about to do something or doing something, a project or something like that, and you just lose the patience or the resilience to do it. to continue with it. And then you end up in a daydream spiral with the stars again. It really feels like, you know, when you don't see results, and also the night sky, you know, it really looks like working at night and pulling something off. And I think you are doing something very, very important for yourself, for your own development. And it's very, very huge. You know, the span of this is much bigger than what I, you know, because there are some colors on the wall as well. You know, this person's not just drawing on the artwork itself. It's bigger than that, right? And the time is also very important because it's night time with stars, and also here. So it really feels like night shifting through something. And protecting love and the egg. You know, if you look at an egg is also needs to be protected, right? So it could be that you are really protecting love. So you know, an egg, to make an egg hatch, it takes a lot of time, right? And a lot of energy. If a hen would give up on the egg and walk away, right, then the egg would never hatch and it would be done, right? And that's the love part of this. It's also the endurance of going with it, even if it doesn't feel good anymore, right? Or even if it doesn't feel light and easy anymore. You know, it's the perseverance of this. And persistence, right? It really wants to look at, I think you have got some issues with this. It really feels like, you know, those nightly things where you spontaneously go somewhere, do something, and think, yeah, that's what I'm going to do, but that's the only thing you ever do with it, and then you leave it again, and then that's it, and you don't ever do anything with it again, even though this could have been something really nice. It really feels like this. And with this, it really feels like communication. Maybe also because when you do want to do something, you expect immediate results. You know, she looks disappointed in this case because she looks like she expects immediate results. Even though it's a bit more complicated than that. If you look at this, I mean, this card is a very interesting card for communication. It shows so many different layers and also how it goes, you know. And it really also, if you just take away the word, and also the path to success is not as linear as you might think with this red. Pew, pew, pew. It's like you can calculate how water falls down, right? And the shower, right? You see that it's a straight line, but this is not a straight line. This is something else. It comes with a lot of twists and turns, and even though thinking about an egg hatching or trying to hatch an egg somehow, right? With a lot of repetition in this, because then there's also a repetition in this card. And yes, it might feel like every day is the same. It really feels like every day throughout, from days to days, you know, it's like time. Time. But it wants to look at, not every day is the same, not every night is the same. There are always nuances in everything. And, you know, sometimes there are more difficult days, you know, where you have to force yourself to continue. But sometimes there are also easier days. They feel a bit more like the stars, you know, like an easy night adventure, you know, something, yeah, a little bit more dreamy. But to hatch an egg, it takes a lot of perseverance. Protecting love. Okay. And Raven. It really looks like this Raven is then coming out of this. The Raven really just looks today as... it looks also in combination with those two. This is healing usually, right? Shower, cleansing, healing, whatever. And this is, well, the green card, a card where you get access to something. And if you don't persist in your ways of protecting love, I love that she's protecting love and it's a cat. Wow. I just love that. And yeah, you know, and it just wants to look at the way to go there, right? If you just look at, I think you are just frustrated by the non-linear path ahead, right? I don't think that you are particularly happy about the turns and everything. I think what you want to do is this in the background more. It's this very clear, straight thing, A to B to C. You know, it's this 90-degree angle type of situation where you really want it to be very linear and foreseeable and straightforward. Just go like this, but look at this. This is what you want to have, right? And this is the reality, how it really is. And it can apply to so many situations. Honestly, it can apply to everything. It can apply to a situation of where you need to put love into a project, into something that you do, right? Like art or something like that, right? A creation, right? But it can also, with the birds on the flowers, it can also be in a relationship where you are maybe losing some sort of patience, and also with there's so much love here, right? So it can be a project, it can be this. It can also be self-improvement, where you want to go from A to B, but in reality it doesn't really look like this. It looks more like this, right? And even this, at first, it might look a bit structured, and then it gets so weird. And, you know, we have the tendency to just give up when it gets a bit too wild, I guess, or just too unplanned, right? Even though, you know, in most, you know, the thing is, though, often we welcome energies like spontaneous change. We wish for a good surprise. We wish for something nice and unexpected. But when it comes to the things we really want to achieve or have, we just want it to be straight the way and the path ahead, right? It just wants to say that if you persist, you will get what you want. If you don't, you don't. That's as simple as it is. Yeah. Yeah, very simple, but now let's pull some energies. I want to see more energies for this reading, because it's very, but this is also, now again, if you don't, you won't. It's also very strict, right? A to B. So it just wants to see that when there's a way that is not as linear, when you just stop, then this doesn't mean, okay, maybe you gave up in the middle of something and you think it's over somehow, or just you know, or you think you cannot do it because you had made a pause in something. But the key is to just pick up where you left off, and then you can continue on further. It's not that's the benefit of a path that is not as linear as the background there. You can always pick it up and do something else, switch it up, adjust it, right? With this pattern also on the everything, you know, it's just very adjustable, and it's not so strictly straightforward. Digest. Okay. And change. I love this card. Even though I always been tempted to read this, I just don't read this word. Okay? We don't read it here. It's not happening. Well, it already happened, but it's now like change. I love this energy. So certainly, I think you want to achieve a change in your life, right? And that's why you need to persist, because that's how you can harvest. You know, with this harvest, it takes so much perseverance to for the whole process until you get the crops, right? And this is a goal, right? This is the goal of achieving it, you know, holding the crops in your hand. And even this is you know, this is not as linear, you know. You might arrive there and not even realize it somehow, because it's not as straightforward as you think, you know. It's not a those are not steps, you know. They, you know, with this, when you step up and step up, it's not as strict. The path to where you want to go is very fluid, and it will turn out more like this. First it's small, and then it gets a bit bigger, and then it gets into something huge, right? And that's the energy, you know. It's really like also it wants to look at the process of an egg hatching. For such a long time you don't see anything. No evidence whatsoever, right? No evidence of any change. Nothing. And suddenly the beak comes through the egg, and then the egg cracks open, and there it is, right? And it really looks like this. It's this, there's nothing happening for such a long time, and then suddenly all of it happens at once. And that's a bit, I think, yeah, that's a bit like, you could complain about it, but you cannot really change it in any way, right? Because I think we all want it to be a little bit more spread out, right? And it just wants to say that you are not going to see a lot of the result until you do, right? And it's really it's beautiful. Like, this card is just beautiful. I love the energy. And this is the energy of when the dark clouds go away, and all the diamonds that have been formed there, you know, they turn into this energy. And this is it's beautiful. And it's almost the Wheel of Fortune energy, you know. And the spikes are there, and you know, this is everything. And you will see that it's perfection in itself. The way things work out, it is perfection. It's just that we have the tendency to sometimes get discouraged along the way, because the way is so long and so repetitive, and it gets boring, and the persistence in this is the issue. But you just need to remember that you need to protect what's important for you, in a way of, you need to nourish it, even if it takes longer than you think. It really is like work, the same repetitive, but you wish you could just do something once and that there it is. But no, it's a repetitive, and nurturing and protecting. You know, it's also protecting also means, you know, when there are some predators or just something like negative energies, right? Negative energies, you need to fight them off in any form, right? To continue with it, you know, and this also means your own negative energies, the belief in yourself, and then work, and then it comes all in all at once, and ta-da, there it is. It really this looks like, ta-da, there's the fully developed raven, ta-da, right? But again, it's not as linear as, even for the raven, it's not copy and paste, it's not, first you're in the egg and then you're outside of the egg. No, you are, even the raven has got to make its way out of the egg, right? It's like picking through it and cracking it open, right? Yeah, and that's the way it goes. It just wants to encourage you that the path ahead that you're walking is such a path, right? And that's okay. But what did it have to do with this weird card select that we had in the beginning? I really want to know. What does this have to do with it? It's like I wanna maybe. Yeah, maybe it wanted to show you also the development of things, right? Because for me, going from this, well, it's okay, right? It's okay. It's been a long journey until I was able to open up this channel, until I was able to even speak this language, right? But also until I was able to get this deck going, right? And make this artwork. This artwork actually consists of several stages of development, right? I filled 52 sketchbooks in 11 months, and those artworks, some of those I scanned and I remixed them digitally. And this is the basis of this. And then I remixed them again to create this mandala. So it's twice has been gone through a remix until this was born. And this is not even somewhat a product. It's just another development stage. And even this is not the complete development stage because this has been there before that, right? There's so much that needs to happen until you get to where you want to go. And you have to take so many turns and, you know, unexpected things like the reading that I had to record now for you because, yeah, it has been, you know, something didn't work out as straightforward as I planned it, right? Because I planned that I'm only having per 12 readings, one reading that I have to do consciously for each zodiac sign. And this is just a part of the reading. And yeah, and I think the main thing is for you that you shouldn't be discouraged by a path like this, because this path is not just weird, it's also beautiful. It's not, it's about the way to go where you want to go, right? And I also know for myself that even though I have achieved something just for myself, you know, a certain stage of development, I still am walking a path towards something. You know, it's still a way and it never stops. But that's the point, you know, you arrive at several different stages where you look back and you look at yourself and you're proud of what you have achieved. But the thing is, it turns again, and then you are not resting where you are. You are continuously developing into something more, and it will never stop. You will always find something to expand, and you will work on it, and you will always have those raven moments where you give birth to a project, basically, right? And you look at all the work that has gone into it, and you maybe rest there for a while and are proud of yourself, but then you will strive for more. And it's always like that. Right? And it's just, it's about enjoying this also. And protecting it, because it leads you to something very beautiful. Yeah, so, love that. I'm gonna pull you another Moonology card. Communication is key. What is with this card? It was the last time in the Aquarius reading also. They can't come up. Like, are there more cards? Oh, confidence is your key to success, okay? Are there more cards in this? It's just crazy. Again, communication, double communication. What is going on? A new romantic cycle begins. That's unexpected. That's really unexpected, because I really was putting it more into the nurturing of a project type of situation. And yeah, but you know, a good relationship is the same, right? It's also where you have phases where you really enjoy what you're having, but there are also phases where you need to communicate and where you have to work through things, and where every day feels the same, right? So, yeah, of course. And conclusions are within reach. So, okay. Yeah, so, yeah, I hope this reading was helpful. It certainly confused me because of the beginning confusion, but yeah, well, now we've got it sorted, right? We have got a clear path ahead now with those cards. And yeah, now the next video will be the introduction of those. Yeah. Okay, yeah, additional info is in the litter box below, and see you next time. Bye bye.